All of us have had a moment that we would like to redo in our lifetimes. This idea of what could have been haunts some and depresses others. But movies like Back to the Future and X-Men Days of Future Past show that a redo is possible. How many of you guys have lived through an event that you guys would like to simply redo or try again? Better asked, how many of you replay an event in your head over and over and over again, but with a different outcome? Simply being human means that we're gonna mess up, whether it's because we follow our gut instinct or because we don't. As someone who has taken science through most of their schooling, time travel has always been a fascination of mine. And as Cornelius Hortroff, a professor at Linnaeus University, explains, that time travel can be defined as an experience in the present that evokes a past or future reality. This idea of time travel allows people to think of what could have been. So in my speech, I will talk about how time has had us develop this fascination for time travel, how cinema illustrates time travel, and how we can time travel now. There is only so much time in a day, and so much time in our lifetime. As far as we know, time is one of the only things that goes forward, but never back. We can have video recordings, or we can simply anecdotally hear stories about what happened in the past, but we can't change it. This idea that time only goes forward, but not back, allows people the creativity, and science is creativity, especially a guy like Einstein, who believed that time travel is possible, that we can go back and do our wrongs, or simply fix an event that we didn't like. In cinema, this idea that time travel is usually done through a time machine, like the DeLorean in Back to the Future, or your mind can simply travel back in time, like in X-Men Days of Future Past, have had us thinking of different ways in which we can travel to time. The most realistic idea scientists believe is the one in Interstellar, where Matthew McConaughey travels through a black hole, reliving the moments leading to him launching up to his mission, in which he tries to convince his daughter to convince him not to let him go. But little did we know that we can actually time travel in our very own heads. Scientists explain that simply by closing your eyes and imagining an event, you can replay this event over and over and over again in your head, but with a different outcome, much like was said in the beginning. Or we can go to places where time has really not changed much of the landscape, whether it's a tribe in Africa or some sort of statue in Europe. These places allow us to travel back in time and see things as they were before. So, as I said, because time is one of the only things that goes forward but not backwards, it has developed a fascination for us humans to find a way to have it go backwards. Cinema has shown different ways in which we can travel back through time, which we do not really imagine until it's possibly there. And little did we know that we can travel through time simply with our minds. So time travel has allowed people to think of ways that could have been, but little did we know we can actually travel through time. So even though we do not have the DeLorean, we do not have the powers, or we simply haven't been to space long enough to travel through a black hole, time travel is still possible, but only in our minds.